What's good, everybody? It's just your neighborhood angler, MoneyBass, out here for another episode of this thing we call Bass for Cash. Now, I get out here on a weekly basis, see how many fish I can get to the boat in maybe about an hour and a half. All you have to do on your end is guess the weight of the fish as they come to the boat. I put them on a measuring board for you, give you an idea of how big they are. If you guess the weight of the fish, bam, just like that, you can walk away with some cash for your pocket. Now, what's today? Today is Wednesday, a wonderful Wednesday, guys. We're going to see if anybody can walk away with some Wednesday money. So we have, it's kind of a windy day out here today, but if you take a look around, it is a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day out here. Have some nice blue skies, but like I said, we have a little bit of wind today. So I think that's gonna make us have to kind of go and hide away in some coves so the wind won't get too bad for you guys. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. Let's see how much time do we have on the shot clock. We have 1 hour and 18 minutes. We have 1 hour and 18 minutes on the shot clock. What's going on? We got Jody tuning in. Blasted already in the live stream. We got Dottie. What's going on, Dottie? All right, guys, let's go ahead and get to it. We're gonna go and ease out and probably just fish around some docks or something like that. Get out of the wind today. All right, let's go ahead and get to it. That's right, Frisco. We're gonna go and skip some docks today. We're gonna get out of this wind. All right. All right, guys, let me know. Are we back? Are we good? Are we good to go? All right, guys, drop a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me all right. All right, appreciate that. All right, so there we go. Frisco, do you know what those are? What are those? They're like some strange type of structure that's out here in the back of coves. in a lake. I've heard of it's not a ramp. A floating cabin. So we're gonna, yeah, is that a floating cabin? We're gonna fish these floating cabins that people sometimes put their boats on. All right, so let's see, guys. So we're gonna change some things up. Don't necessarily, now this cove that I came into is kind of shallow. So let's see what we're gonna fish today. Of course, I gotta get my wacky rig out and get that ready for the tournament this weekend. Another thing that I'll be using this weekend, Frisco, is this right here. It's already tied on. I guess I'll bring that out and just cast it a few times. I don't think I'll catch anything on it out here today, but I do want to cast it a few times since I plan on using it for the tournament this weekend. And where is my wacky rig at? Actually, it must already be out here somewhere. I need to put some of these rods back up. You said docks that I have an aversion to, huh? Yeah, let's see if we can put some of these rods back up. Oh man, I knew that was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna get hung up in these hooks. Frisco says, is that the jig? Yes, sir. That's that one that I was fishing on Clark's Hill. I caught 2 fish on it. One was a pretty decent one. And then I actually caught, and I think it might be a 3/4 ounce jig. Let me just I'll take a look at it and see in a second. But I'm getting too many rods and stuff out, so I need to start putting some of these things back up. Oh my goodness. And I need to change this out to a spinnerbait. That was the other thing I need to get out. But not for today. That's gonna be for the tournament for this weekend. So this weekend, for those that don't know, I'm gonna be on Lake Jackson. So the goal out here at Lake Jackson is to catch a 7-pounder or better. So I'm gonna be fishing for largemouth. Spinnerbait, jig, crankbait, probably a 6XD crankbait. And maybe a wacky rig, we'll see. I'm gonna put my drop shot up. I don't wanna pick that up today at all. Frisco said, is that a jig? All right, so guys, keep in mind, if the reception or anything starts getting a little bad or video starts getting blurry, make sure you guys let me know, because on my end, I can't always see that when it happens. Oh, look at this, guys. My wacky rig is already out. I already have it out. I'm sitting here looking for it, couldn't find it. So I'm saying wacky rig, but it's actually going to be a Nico rig. Does anybody know anything about a Nico rig? There we go. So I have a weight in here. I push a weight in here and then I just super glue it. So we're gonna be fishing some of these docks with this bait right here. So we have a nice sunny day out here. If you take a look around, I got out of that wind. So being back here, you can't even really tell that that wind is blowing hard out there on that main lake area. You see that accurate cast right there, Frisco? You didn't know I could get my baits back there in docks like that, did you? All right, get my mapping on. Philip says, any luck? Philip, you came just as we're getting started. You actually just witnessed my first cast. We're just getting started out here. Frisco said that cast was luck. All right, Frisco, let's see. I'm gonna see if I can skip it. See that little space right there? See if we can skip it all the way back there. Oh, I didn't put enough power to it. It was headed there, but I didn't get it all the way back. Yeah, these docks are a little more shallow than what I want to fish today. See a stick up right there. Sometimes largemouth to be on those, even though they're shallow. So let's just pop that wacky rig right over there into that little stick up. Give it a few little twitches. And I believe, yep, that thing has pine cones on it. Don't you hate pine cones? Let's see if I can get it back. Yeah, this water is very shallow over here. There's a few little bait fish in there swimming. Oh man, there's a bunch of bait fish over here. And the chances of that getting hung up like that were kind of slim, but it did it. But yeah, there's a bunch of bait fish. Let's see if you guys can see them. Can you guys see all those small fish in there swimming around? Frisco said, not with the mud you kicked up. Let's see. Yeah, these docks are a lot. You know what? I may take off and go to that cove out there. Those docks are a little bit deeper. We'll just fish like maybe 4 of these docks real quick. And then I go to a cove that has some deeper water. What's going on, Tony 450? How's your physical therapy going? That was Frisco's fault. He threw me off making fun of my graph. Why'd I need to flip my graph up? All right, got that one way back under there. Dwayne says, what size rod is this? This is a 7-foot medium heavy. 7-foot medium heavy. Yeah, we're sitting in some very shallow water, guys. Shout out to Tony 450. Everybody put 450 in the chat. He says he has made it back home. He's walking again. Everybody give a big shout out to Tony 450. Finished up his physical therapy. He said he's back in action. All right, 450. I remember when you were in that physical therapy feeling all bad and everything. Now look at you. It's progress. It's progress. Did you see that one, Frisco? Got that one right in there. You didn't know your partner could skip docks like that, did you? Shout out to Tony 450, guys. Yeah, these docks are too shallow. We're moving. We're moving because time is ticking. So the water level is down quite a bit. If the wind wasn't blowing as much as it is out there on that main lake, you guys know where I would be. 450 says he's headed back to the water for sure. We got Ben Bow on the bow in the, or is that on the bow? On the bow or on the bow? Appreciate it, sir. So docks are on the agenda today. Let's see if we can make it happen. Oh my goodness, guys. Where did my worm go? Don't you hate it? When your worm just, oh, there it goes. Look at that, it just fell off of the hook. Let's get this thing set back up. There we go. Frisco said, put the new worm. What's wrong with that worm? That worm knows what it's doing already. It knows the assignment. All right, Ben Bow says on the bow, well, on the bow, like the bow of the boat. All right, good to see you in the chat. Wind has kind of pushed me down a little bit faster than what I want to go. This is a nice looking dock right here. Got the nice glass doors on it. Visualize the wind. I gotta visualize the catch. It's nice. They got some jet skis in there. Got a nice little sitting room. Oh, and there's some fish up under there too, guys. But I'm not gonna cast towards that glass. I ain't gonna be able to do it. We'll just stick to the outside of this dock. Just put it right in there where that boat is, in between that boat. So this water is real clear. So these fish can actually see these baits and swim over to it if they really want it. Now I can make that skip through under there, because that's where those fish are at. They're back there under that dock, but you don't really have much leeway as far as being able to get a bait back there. Shout out to Texas Noob. Oh, Frisco, you didn't think I could get that cast back there? This water's deep enough. I need to go and fish the backside of this dock too. Now this dock might have posts on it. So this is a old school tactic I do right here. I'll cast on the front side of this dock, and then I'll ease my way around to the back and just let my bait just sit there, and then I'll fish it under that under the dock and everything. So we're gonna try that real quick. Texas Newt said the scene look a little different where you at this time. I'm fishing things right here. So I'm kind of like in the back of a cove. I don't know what these things are called. They're like floating structures where people put boats on it. I don't really see them too often. But yeah, I'm in kind of a different type of area. Does anybody know what these things are called? It's like they float out here on the water and people put their boats on them. They got like little sitting areas in there. They're kind of like little houses on the lake. Kind of like a boat cabin, a boat slip, a boat ramp. A boat house. An FBD. Yeah, there's something like that. Oh man, that thing will skip right over the. But I got it back. I skipped it right over the line instead of under the line. We got it under at that time. Yes, sir. I'm still on Lanier. I'm just fishing some docks today. 450 said, fish those boat docks. Yeah, now that first one had some fish on it, but they got that thing secured like Fort Knox. Actually, so I'm sitting in 22 feet of water out here. So what I could actually do, guys, I could actually take a crankbait and kind of get through here a little faster, because that's one of the baits I plan on throwing this weekend anyway. So we can go ahead and get this crankbait rolling, and I can just fish this right down the sides of these docks. You said Chicken Hawk would be proud, huh? Texas Newt said Chicken Hawk been kind of quiet lately. Yeah, he sure has. He has been in hiding. We're trying to get the next Battle of the Anglers set up, guys. It looks like it may be set for November, but we'll see. Let me hop back here so I can keep this back here in the strike zone where I wanted it to be. We're gonna speed on up. Get back through here a little faster. I want to get all the way to the back of this cove. And just keep bringing this crankbait right over the side edge of these docks. So if there's some fish down there, it'll give them some time to come out and grab it. What's going on? We got Terry C tuning in. Shout out to the Money Team. For anybody new to the channel, whenever you hear me refer to the Money Team, those are the members of the channel. They have a badge right next to their name, kind of gives you an indication of how long they have been a member. So if they have a 2 next to their name, they have been a member for at least 2 months. If they have that 6 next to their name, it's been at least 6 months. Really appreciate the strong support of the channel, guys. We're still growing. We're still growing at a steady rate. On our way to 20,000 subscribers. We're a little under 19,000 right now. Just trying to get that motivation to get that extra boost. Let's let this drift on down a little bit. Okay, we can slow down on this dock right here, guys. I'm gonna get that wacky rig way back there on this dock right here. There we go. All the way to the back on that one, Frisco. How you like that? Now we need the fish to come and introduce itself to that wacky worm. We'll be in action. Make sure you guys hit the like button on the way in. Really, really appreciate the strong support of the channel. We're gonna see if we can get a fish or two to the boat today. Just doing something a little different. Changing it up for everybody. Give you a little change of scenery. You know what? I need to swing the boat around on this one. Give it a little more love. There you go, Frisco. You see those docks back there? So we got a secondary point, and we have two coves right there. So there's some creeks that feed into those coves. He said, use your graph. Flip the graph up. All right. Now we're gonna try. So I need to, because this pontoon is in the way. There's ropes and everything going across here. I really need to bring my bait all the way through the middle of this dock. So the way that I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna make a cast down on this end and then just bring the boat all the way around to the other side and then pull the bait through. So there we go. So now I cast it over here, guys. I'm gonna just let my line come out and let it sink down. And since these are floating docks, and pull the bait all the way across through the middle of this dock. Does anybody else do that? Anybody else try that technique and tactic? Drop a 1 in the chat if you guys can still hear me. You guys are getting a little quiet. You say you do know they have some anchors. Nah, they'll be good. They'll be good. See, these docks right here supported by these posts in the front, and they just kind of float in the back, Frisco. So I should be good. Just slow and easy. We got, how do you pronounce that? Wout Fires in the chat. What's going on, Dwayne? Blaster says the concept is sound. Now let's see if it catches a fish. Man, this is some slow fishing. Dwayne says, what's up? Just sitting, looking, and learning. I bank fish a lot up here in North New Jersey. Shout out to New Jersey. Frisco says, I'm feeling frayed line or hung up on debris. It's the chance you got to take, Frisco. That's why. Shout out to Dwayne. Dwayne said he's trying to learn a little something. So that's why I put it on. And actually, I'm going to have to fix my line in just a second. But that's why I have this braid on here. So this is 15 or 20 pound braid, my high vis yellow braid. And I have, at the end of this line, I have a 12-pound leader on. And that leader is about 15 to 20 foot long. And that's 12 pound. And the reason I put that 12-pound line on there is because I do fish near docks, laydowns, and things like that, just in case they do try to tie me up around those posts. I can still have a fighting chance to get those fish out. But like I was showing you guys earlier, like my jig right here, that's going to be on either 15 or 20-pound line, because that's going to go through rocks and a lot of stuff like that. Frisco said, do you see any life? Yeah, I see some life out there. That's just not on the end of my hook. All right, so that plan did not go quite as planned because the line did not sink fast enough. That's the other thing about braid. Braid will kind of float on you until it gets waterlogged, and then it'll sink. But for what I was trying to do, it just didn't sink fast enough. Gotta untangle my line. Let's just get a long cast out there. I'm gonna speed on up so we can hurry back here and just stick to this crankbait. Blaster says 60 likes with the fish bite. Dwayne says the crankbait fast action. I like moderate, but this one right here, it probably just says cranking rod. So this is a medium cranking rod, and this one is a 7-foot. For my cranking rods, I generally like longer setups. I have one that's a 7-11, and I'll throw my 6XDs, my 10XDs, 8XDs, my bigger crankbaits on that. So we'll see. All right, in the chat, what you guys normally throw your crankbaits on? And I actually like throwing my crankbaits on monofilament for the most part. Although this one I have on this one 10-pound fluoro, I think. But generally, I like throwing mine on 12-pound mono. Frisco says 7-11 extra heavy. No, sir. A 7-11 cranking rod. So you like that fluoro, make it sink a little bit faster, huh? Get down a little bit deeper. Yeah, it's looking kind of dead over here, guys. I really want to get back to this secondary point back here. Let's just speed it up. I'll just throw this crankbait just to cover some water. Ken says he used to get Stren XL. Yep, that's exactly what I use. Stren, and I use Trilene monofilament too. Oh man, guys, I just had a fish take off after this crankbait, like it was gonna hit it, but it didn't. Where did the love go? He back off of it some. Go back through there one more time. Might get us a bite now, guys. Let's see. Let's see if I can make it happen. All right, guys, let me know. Are we back? Are we back in action? Are we back in action, guys? Drop a 1 in the chat if you guys can hear me now. All right, appreciate that, Frisco. We got Spooky Crazy tuning in. All right, let's spin this around. Texas News said, you know, if he using Trilene, he is not getting Starlink. What you trying to say, Newt? What are you trying to say, man? Trilene is quality line. That says, how many fish did you catch while you were buffering? Oh yeah, guys. When I had to reset, I did catch 2. I had 2 fish on, but I threw them back because I wanted you guys to see me catch them. So it's like that sometimes. As soon as the camera goes out, man, the fish started biting real good. Just like that. Oh my goodness. That's a good one right there, guys. I bet this is a largemouth. Oh my goodness. I bet we got us a nice largie. Oh no, it's a spot. It's a spot. Do you see him down there? Oh my God. It's a good one. Oh my goodness, and there's another one with it. It's another one with it, guys. Oh my goodness, this thing is strong. This thing is strong, guys. Oh my goodness, the bendation is sensational. Do you see that? Oh yeah, it feels good. That tug is my drug right there. It feels good. Oh man, look at this. I got a water bottle stuck in my net. Come on over here, buddy. Come on over here, back to that net. There he goes. Just like that, quick and easy. Bam, oh my goodness, guys. And it's a good one. It got a big old stomach on it. And it wasn't coming off either. It got a big old stomach on it. I knew something over there. I told you, didn't I? I caught it. Let's see if I can get this hook out of here. Bam. Oh my goodness. And just like that, Bass for Cash has awakened. Look at the stomach on that thing. Bendation leads to girthification. Oh my goodness. Pie-yow right in that mouthpiece. We got a good one. Let me put it on the measuring board for you just so you guys can see. But we might have a Bass for Cash winner today. Look at that. That one's sitting on a strong 18. A strong 18. The girth on it is amazing. Oh yeah, it's a nice one. Blaster says, "Show did." Where are you from, Blaster? What you know about show did? Show is. I said that to a friend of mine from New York the other day, and he was like, "What is that?" All right, there we go, guys. That's right, a strong 18. Frisco said, "I'm tired of seeing spots." I thought that one was going to be a largemouth, because the way that thing hit that bait and took off. But more than likely, what I'm thinking was happening is probably, well, I was going to say multiple fish down there, but there was another fish that was a little bit smaller than that one that was following right behind it. So, you know, a lot of times in those situations, you end up catching the smaller fish first. Blaster says, "I'm close enough to North Kakalaki." Okay, well, I grew up in South Kakalaki. Who was that? Adilzo? Let's just call him Ed. He says, "Was that a largemouth?" No, sir. That right there was a nice spotted bass with some girth to it. And it hit that bait hard and just took off running with it. The way that it hit it made me think that it was a largemouth. Shout out to Texas Nico. Says, "Mask off will show up soon." He just might. Oh man, don't tell me I got hung up. I don't want to go over there and blow up the spot. Don't make me do it. Dottie said, "You guys hit that like button." That's right, we just need a few more likes in the chat. All right, there we go. I got it back out of there. We worked it out. We got Halleck Frog says, "Are you having a slow day?" No, it's not too bad. Oh my goodness. Oh man. We had another good hit, guys. It was another good hit. Let's go ahead and straighten the hook back out. Tex Newt says, "Are you tried and true?" He said, "Are you through your tried and true shaky head?" Oh, yes, sir. That's what I caught that one on, my shaky head. I had to switch it up. I saw some structure down there that I wanted to be able to work it through. I didn't want to go in there with that wacky rig first, just in case. Frisco said no. All right. Do we have anybody new in the chat? Anybody new tuning in for the first time? We only have about 20 minutes left on the shot clock, guys. About 20 minutes on the shot clock. Has anybody seen the DQ Queen in the chat? Make one more cast with this shaky head. And then we're going to ease on over to the wacky rig because there's still some more fish down there. Do we have anybody new to the channel? If you're new to the channel, type the word new in the chat. I always like to see who we have tuning in. If you're new to the channel, type the word new in the chat. Now, what we're doing is this thing we call Bass for Cash. That's where I come out here on a weekly basis, guys. As I catch fish and bring those fish to the boat, I put them on the measuring board for you so you can get an idea of how big those fish are. If you are a subscriber to the channel and guess the weight of the fish, you will walk away with some cash for your pocket. It does not cost anything to participate in Bass for Cash, guys. So just keep that in mind. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel. Shout out to Neil. We got a new sub in the chat. Appreciate that, Neil. All right, Neil. So let me just show you. You are new to the chat, new to the channel. This is the fish that we are going to weigh in just a few minutes. So all you have to do is stay. Oh my goodness, and it would come off the coil tag. That fish down there is kind of mad too. Yeah, it's a good one. He got some girth on it. So there you go, Neil. Shout out to Neil. If you're able to guess the weight of that fish, you may be able to walk away with a little cash for your pocket. Now, if you're not familiar with the rules for Bass for Cash, make sure you read the information in the description. As soon as we get AC in the chat, you know she's going to say those likes need to be up, guys. Those likes look kind of ugly. Let's go ahead and get those likes up to 45 before AC comes in here. Because when AC comes in and those likes are looking ugly, we're not going to weigh the fish yet, guys. And like I told you, we're running out of time. I'm out here doing what I'm supposed to do. You guys, all you have to do is do what you're supposed to do. Can we get those likes up to 45? If you have already hit the like button, type the word like in the chat for me. Neil said he thinks it's going to be 2 pounds, 12 ounces. All right, Neil. It has to be in decimal form. So your guess will be 2 pounds, and then you want to convert that to decimals. So it has to be 2 point something something. So up to 2 decimal places. The other thing, you only put one guess in the chat. If you put more than one guess, and what you have to do is wait till scales are open. Once the scales are open, you put one guess in the chat. And then once the scales are closed, we will announce the winner, if there is one. There you go, Neil. So yeah, that's the format that you use, and you only put your guess in there one time. If you put that guess in there multiple times, you will get DQ'd because they don't want the chat to be spammed. All right, so I got the wacky rig in there, guys. So the wacky rig, I'm throwing that on a medium heavy 7-foot spinning rod. I have a lose reel on here. It's pretty much the same setup as my my shaky head. It's just on a different rod, and actually this is the rod that I used to use for my shaky head setup. Neil said, okay, there's my one guess. So Neil, it doesn't count yet. You have to wait till the scales are open. Texas Noob says, one time or you will be disqualified. Texas Noob, have you ever been DQ'd before? In the chat, if you have been DQ'd before, type DQ in the chat if you've ever been DQ'd. All right, one more cast with this wacky, and then we're gonna keep on. I do want to get down to the back of this cove. Texas said, no, sir. If you have ever been DQ'd, type in DQ in the chat. Texas Noob says, I'm Army and we learn fast. I guess you have to if you want to stay alive, right? See, this is why I did not throw that wacky rig in there first. Because it's harder for me to get the wacky rig back out. Neil said, where you at? I'm down here in Georgia. Down south on Lake Lanier. Michael said, knock on wood, never. So there's nobody in the chat that has been DQ'd. Man, I noticed that, Texas Noob. I didn't realize you had the MVP badge. That means you've been a channel member for well over a year. Shout out to Texas Noob. He has the actual MoneyBass logo badge. All right, so this spot is dead. We're gonna keep on rolling, guys. All right. I guess I'll stick with the shaky head. What do you think about that, Frisco? Well, what I'll do is I'll fish the outside edges of the dot with the shaky head, and then I'll fish the inside. Oh my goodness, guys! Do you see who is in the chat? Do you see who it is? Shout out to the NC Tyrant Hunter out there hunting those tyrants. He's out there fishing for tyrants. I'm fishing for bass. Mascot said, why ain't nobody tell me my money was waiting on me? Texas Noob had it right, Mascot. He said, now that we got a fish in the boat, watch Mascot show up. And let me just show you guys what we have. Let me show you what we have. It's a good one. It's a good one. And it's mad too. It's mad. Caught this one right off the side of a dock, guys. Oh my goodness, this thing. It's like, no, I'm not gonna cooperate. There we go. It's a solid 18er right there. That's a solid 18. You see that one? It got some weight on it too. We're gonna see if anybody wants to walk away with any of this money today. Frisco said, Mascot must have fish notification. Neil said, definitely a good fish. That's a good one. We got us a good one, fellas. Ladies and gentlemen. Chili Dog said, oh, that's an 8-4. All right, Chili Dog, I'll help you out with that. Do not guess 8-4 on that fish, or you will definitely not win the money. It is not an 8-4. It is not that big, but it's 18 inches. Michael says, you ever been told you sound just like MDJ? Are you sure about that? I have never heard that one before. I need to reach out to good old MDJ, see if he wants to do one of these Battle of the Anglers with us. Let's see if anybody will co-sign that one for you. Does anybody in the chat think I sound like MDJ? Michael says, just like him. Mascot says, hey man, I was just scrolling through the tubes and saw the live. Shout out to Brian, the Fisherman Baker. He says, chill. He said, Chili Dog got DQ last time for guessing early. Oh yeah, Brian. I think Brian won the last, he was the last one to win. Shout out to Brian, came out and did his thing. All right, so now we're on some laydowns. What do you think about that, Frisco? You see that? We got some laydowns right next to this dock. Ken says, I bet you will spank them throwing a fluke under those docks. It's possible. Lord Harvey says, catch a record fish. We got a good one in the chat. I mean, a good one in the live well. Shia said, I missed that first fish catch. Said, do it again. Do it again. Let's see if we can make it happen for you. Michael said he's a good dude. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I met MDJ. Oh, my goodness. There was a little fish following that bait all the way back to the boat. Let's get one more cast over there and see what happens. Neil said, that fish you have is a toad. Oh, and we got him. We got him, guys. Bam! Just, oh my goodness, and he came off. He came off. That fish was like, not today. That fish was like, not today, MoneyBass. Oh my goodness, hold on a second. If you see something, say something. If you see it, I need you to say it. Look who's here to save the day. Look who is here to save the day. If you see something, say something, guys. Texas Noob says, please hit the like button so we can do the bass for cash. He said, we just need 5 more. We need a DQ queen and 5 more likes. Texas Noob says, I see something. Mascot says, I see something. He said, I see something. Shout out to Texas Noob. He says, Ken is the new sponsor for today. That is right. Shout out to Ken, guys. Ken slid right on in and hit me in the chin with a $19.99. He is the current sponsor of today's live stream, guys. Because what I say each week is whoever gives the largest super chat, super sticker, or show of support for the channel by gifting those memberships, they are the sponsor of the live stream. And right now, we have Ken slid right on in and took that spot. Dontre says, throw that bait caster. Which one? That one? Or one of those two right there? Which one? I need more specifics on the details. Everybody put KO in the chat. Shout out to Dottie. She already knew the routine. Everybody put KO in the chat. All right, we're going to try one more cast over there to that laydown. And you know what, guys? Shout out to Ken. Well, look, we only need 3 more likes, guys. 3 more likes. And then as soon as we see AC in the chat, we're going to see if anybody's going to walk away with any of this cash for that bass. But before we do that, I need at least 10 people to type KO in the chat. Shout out to Ken. He is the current sponsor of the live stream. Let's see if we can get 10 KOs in a row. That's what we need. I need 10 people to drop KO in the chat. Let's see, can we get 10 in a row? I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Blaster came in and broke the KO stream. We got to start back over. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more KOs. 9, 10. Wait a minute. The mask off cheat. The mask off cheat. All right, appreciate that, everybody. Shout out to Ken. Ken is the current sponsor of this live stream, guys. You know, we're just out here for a good time, not a long time. So we always try to have some fun with it. We got a good one in the boat today. So we're gonna get that fish weighed up and see if anybody's gonna walk away with a little bit of cash for their pockets. We only have a few minutes left, guys. Let me speed on up and get around here. Mascot said, Blaster messed it up. Ken said, I'm winning today. Oh, Ken, I think Ken will walk away with a $40 bill if he guesses the weight of this fish today. So right now, we're just waiting on the DQ queen, guys. She said, I'm going to stop by through for a good time, not a long time. Uh-oh, there's the alarm, guys. And we still need 2 more likes. Don't let the DQ queen come in here and see those likes looking ugly, guys. You know what she's going to do. If she sees those likes looking ugly like that, she is not going to want to weigh that fish. Blaster says, SWAT, where you at? Cotton said, that's a 6-pounder. It is a 6-pounder. Well, I can tell you this, do not guess 6 pounds. It is not a 6-pounder. If you guess 6 pounds, you will lose. Remember, make sure you have hit the like button. Do we have anybody else in the chat that is new to the channel? We have a lot of repeat viewers coming in, which is always a good thing. Neil said, are you done flipping under docks? I believe so, sir. The docks were kind of far and in between, few and in between, however you say that. Dottie said, where them likes at? Okay, there we go. We got those likes up. Now all we need is somebody to DQ some people. Shout out to Evaz. How do you say that? How about just karma? We got karma in the chat. Is it good karma or bad karma? I would say today we have some good karma, right? All we got to see is if somebody's going to walk away with any of this cash for that pocket. Oh man, guys, we were getting a good bite. Shout out to Blast. He said it's service with all the trimmings. That's what that fish just gave me. It gave me service with no trimmings. Shout out to Cotton in the chat, says, hey, I'm new. Make sure you hit that subscribe button because we're gonna put that fish on the scale in less than 5 minutes because guess what? It's time to go. Gotta go. Ken says a fluke would have caught that fish. All right, Ken. So I came out here and hit the docks today. Hitting docks. Now we're hitting these laydowns right here. Let me show you guys. You see those 2 laydowns back there? 2 or 3 laydowns? We're hitting those. Oh my goodness. If you see something, say something. If you see it, you gotta say it. Does somebody see something? Somebody has to see something. Somebody has to see something. Everybody put AC in the chat. The DQ queen has entered the room. Has entered the room. She says, was a DQ requested for today? Yes, we have requested a DQ. Everybody put AC in the chat. Neil says, you throwing weightless Texas rig? No, sir, I'm throwing a shaky head right now. I was throwing a wacky rig earlier, but I mean, I'm calling it wacky, but I do add a little weight into it, so it's more like a Nico rig. Shout out to AC. All right, guys, we have the AC DQ Queen in the chat. Lafito says AC the nightmare. Oh my goodness. Loved by some, loved by many, hated by some. How about that? Frisco says AC probably still has sleep in her eyes from her nap. All right, AC, are you ready? Are you ready, AC? Once you type ready in the chat, we're gonna go ahead and get it cracking. Because we have 2 more minutes on the shot clock. We were out here for a good time, not a long time today. Let me get this good cast in over there. Boom, all right where I needed it to be, when I needed it to be there, perfect. All right, AC is ready, guys. Make sure that you have subscribed to the channel. It does not cost anything to participate in Bass for Cash. We're about to go into subscriber only mode, everybody. Subscriber only mode is on its way. There we go. So you have to be a subscriber to participate in Bass for Cash, all right? So I got my cast out there. While I have my cast out there, what I'm going to do is leave it out there for a second. And I'm going to show you guys the fish. AC says she is ready. We're going to put that fish on the scale. Want to give a big shout out to FishXLive.com. Brian Baker, are you still in the chat? Is the Fisherman Baker still in the chat? All right, here we go, guys. Whenever you are ready, AC, you can open the scales. There we go. Once you see scales open, put one guess and one guess only in the chat, or you will be DQ'd. Let's see if Neil is going to walk away with some money today. This fish is a solid 18. Can you guys see that? It is sitting right there on that 18. Once you see scales are now officially open, guys. You have 2 minutes to put your guesses in the chat. Remember, if you put more than one guess in that chat and you're not a member of the money team, it's doomsday for you because she will hit you with the DQ. All right, you guys saw the fish. Let's see who's going to guess the weight. Who's going to walk away with a little money for their pocket today? We got Jorge tuning in. Good to see you in the chat. People are coming out of the woodworks now, guys. Look how many people hopped into the chat. Everybody was like, let me get a little bit of that cash for that bass. All right, I see Brian. I see you still in the chat. Brian, are you going to fish Sinclair with us? Are you going to fish Sinclair for that $2,000 payout with us on the 11th? If anybody in the chat is interested in fishing a tournament on Lake Sinclair, there will be 20 boats fishing. They will cut off the registration at 20 boats. I believe there's 9 spots left. The tournament takes place on the 11th, guys. All right, looks like the chat kind of slowed down a little bit. Has everybody put their guesses in? All right, AC, you still there? AC, put yes in the chat for me if you're still there. I want to make sure, since everything kind of slowed down, I want to make sure you guys can still hear me. All right, the scales are now officially closed. Brian said, yes, I need to register. Been working. Okay, all right, yeah, go ahead and hit that registration button. Lock your spot in. All right, guys, there we go. The scales are now closed. Joe Blow says, they don't want that money. How does Joe Blow know they don't want that money? He's like, the chat is rich. They don't need that money. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and weigh this fish, and then we're going to, I guess we're not going to burn rubber. What is it called when you take off on the water on a boat? You're not burning rubber. What are you burning? Burning something. We're gonna burn water. All right, here we go, guys. We're about to make it official like a referee's whistle. All right, I'm gonna tell you guys what I think the guess is. Again, big shout out to FishXLive.com. FishXLive.com. Go and check it out, guys. It is a free tournament fishing app. If you host tournaments, fish tournaments, if you're a tournament organization, any type of competitive fishing club, whether it's catfish, crappie, brim, whatever it is, go and check out FishXLive. All right, guys, so I think this fish, I cannot tell if this is gonna break three. Yeah, this is gonna break a three. I think it's close, guys. I'm gonna go with a 289, guys. I think I'm gonna go with a 289 is gonna be my guess. All right, the imaginary drum roll. I said 289. Let's see. Is it gonna? Oh, it broke three, guys. 3.14. Oh my God, it's a good one. That is a good one right there, guys. Do you see that? Oh yeah, it's a good one right there, guys. In the back of the cove, 3.14. AC was quick on it. She said, no official winner. They don't want this money. Nobody wanted that money. Oh my God. Oh my God. We're going to let it go, guys. Oh my goodness. Nobody wanted that money. Why? Why didn't anybody want that money? All right. Appreciate you for participating in Bass for Cash. Let's go back and tell your buddies that you hung out with your partner today. All right, there it goes. Quick and easy. Mascot says, I was the closest. Send me something. He said, go ahead and send me $1. He said, let me get a little bit of cash. Let me get some change for that bass. Nobody wanted that money. Oh my goodness, guys. We were out here for a good time. It wasn't a long time, but it was a good time. And guess what time it is now? It's time to go. I gotta go. All right, I appreciate it, guys. We might be back out here again. What's today? Today Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. We may be back out here for a repeat tomorrow. Maybe I'll stay a little bit longer. We'll see. Again, big shout out to SWAT Lawn Operations, guys. Service with all the trimmings. Make sure you support those companies that support the fishing community. SWAT Lawn Operations is definitely one of those companies. SWAT Lawn Operations, service with all the trimmings. And again, big shout out to Ken. Everybody put KO in the chat. Everybody put KO in the chat. He's trying to get me back out here on the fluke, guys. I might try to with that fluke bite. Brian says, go sit in traffic. No, sir. I do not want to sit in traffic. All right, guys. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Brian, the Fisherman Baker, make sure you go and hit that registration button. Secure your spot. The registration, your blast off number is your registration number. And I'll see you out there on Lake Sinclair. But we'll be back out here hopefully tomorrow, guys. I don't know why you guys don't want that money. Can somebody tell me why don't you want that money? I'm confused. I'm confused. You got to pronounce the whole SED. I'm confused. Why doesn't anybody want that money? All right, guys. I'll see you guys on the next live stream.